Welcome back to Lucky Strike Tech. I hope you like the new format and the new room. Things are improved just a little bit. Today we're going to look at 6 different tech accessories, all the way ranging from something kind of cheap to something super expensive, and we're just going to escalate all the way through. So if you want to see some stuff you really should get, and some stuff that's some really cool, just nifty accessories, stick around. First up are my personal favorite upgrade, and they were actually extremely cheap as well. These are some headphone covers by Wicked Cushions. They're compatible with all your major brands like Audio-Technica, HyperX, SteelSeries, Arctis, and more. Gosh, I just read the listing on the Amazon page. Anyway, I got them for myself because I love Audio-Technica. They make some of the best sounding headphones money can buy, but the problem is they're super uncomfortable. I'm talking like extremely uncomfortable. So what I had to do was replace them with these ones, because as you can see, there's a ton of extra cushion on these, and they really fit your head so much nicer, and that makes them usable for more than an hour at a time. I cannot recommend these enough. They're a must-have for anyone using nice studio headphones. You got to realize that this is the upgrade you need when it comes to wearing nice pair of headphones. None of them actually do any justice for the ear cuffs. As you can see, the old ones are super hard and crunchy and just plastic, basically. That's how bad those are. These are soft, cushiony, breathable. You could wear these for hours at a time. Next up is this Stylus. Now, this Stylus is pretty cheap, honestly, but I got this for a video. I was testing out a monitor that was a touchscreen, and I was trying to see how responsive the display was because I was suspicious that it didn't actually work with a pen. However, this works with really any device, your phone, your tablet, you name it. And it has a tip that you can use to, use it as the thicker side for just tapping things, and the copper top that you can use on your actual screen. Unfortunately, it still uses USB, micro USB, but that's the only downside I can see, honestly. But this thing's very precise, very responsive, and I'm just gonna demonstrate a little bit on my tablet here. So as you can see, the backside's great for just scrolling through pages. It's very soft, very gentle. This captive part only works when it's charged and only lasts for 8 hours, unfortunately. But it's actually lasted longer. I think they always underestimate on purpose, so it's kind of nice. It's pretty responsive. My tablet's not the fastest thing, so that's why you're seeing a little bit of delay there. This thing does definitely do the job, and it sketches it pretty well. So if you are limited to like a tablet that doesn't have a stylus, or you just kind of want to pick something up to write notes, sign your name, whatever it may be, this is definitely something I could recommend. It's not bad, it does the job. Obviously this app and this tablet aren't the best. However, it's the most precise you'll get on a, third-party captive-only device. Next up is a docking station. This is by Orico. They sent me this themselves. The rest I did by myself, but this one they sent me to check out. While this is really cool and very handy, I'm gonna test it on 2 different laptops. One's my work laptop, and one is actually my wife's laptop, and I don't know if it actually has the capability to use all these features, but we're gonna test both to make sure, so that you make an informed decision to make sure it's compatible with your laptop as well. We have 2 USB ports, USB-C, an SD card, micro SD, USB 2, another USB-C port, 2 HDMI ports, Ethernet, VGA, and headphone jack. And it has a funny little RGB mode. So let's plug this in, let's check it out. I do have this, so let's give it a try. This might work. Be very interesting if it did, but not surprising if it doesn't. If you guys haven't seen the review of this monitor yet, I highly recommend you check it out. It's pretty interesting for a portable monitor. Let's see if the actual display kicks in, because that would be the most impressive part. Did not detect another display, so this PC does not support that functionality. That is unfortunate. However, what it does probably support, data transfer, which is fine for the most part, which we'll test out now. It is recognizing the device, so it does support data transfer on this. I think another good test would be Ethernet. You want to test Ethernet? Let's test Ethernet together. So cool, let's see if this works. That would be the best thing ever. Ethernet, are we getting Ethernet? All right, no Ethernet. No Ethernet found. This laptop's not a good example. Only thing it supports is data transfer. No video, no Ethernet support added, nothing fancy like that. So, all right, so now we're rocking the work laptop. And this is an HP ZBook. They support all the full-fledged connections here. Okay, so Ethernet is being recognized. The port is flashing, so it works. Ethernet does work on this, can confirm. Now, the RGB function, as you can tell here, is a little silly, but it's kind of cool. Let's test video now to make sure that all works properly. You never know which port's gonna work. So we're trying the left one first. Plug this in properly as they ask us to. And we have power, see lights. Do I get a display coming through this? I see nothing. Let's try this side now. All right, so I can confirm the USB-C ports on this do not support video, which is fine. Just data transfer only or power. Now we're gonna try the HDMI on this now, and we're gonna try using the power again, just to see if it actually provides enough power for this monitor. Oh, detected, yep, we're good. HDMI, of course, but the HDMI and the power will work just fine. It's responding nicely to everything. So Orico, different brand, I've never heard of them before, but they make a lot of different products. So if you want to check out the storefront, check out this device itself. Links are in the description, of course. I can recommend it. It works just great as long as your PC supports the connection types that are available to it. And it's overall a decent looking design. It's like a metal kind of material. It's got RGB on it if you really need to. Of course, I think you can turn it off by holding it down. Totally, turn it off. Good to throw in your bag. Good thing for a trip. Next up, as we get up the price chain, this is the MX Master version 3. So the biggest difference about the version 3 is that this is almost silent. So there are some differences about this. I haven't had the older ones, so I can't necessarily say what those differences are, but they're kind of minor. You know, they're almost identical. If you have the original or you have the 2, no need to get this. However, the biggest thing is the click. It's almost entirely silent. In fact, I think I can make a video next about how to make a completely silent mouse and keyboard, but you can't hear this. Doesn't matter where you are. Here, listen. It's dead silent. That's the one wonderful thing about this. It controls exactly how you'd expect on the other ones. But yeah, you'll have one, and it'll be kind of clicky, click it again. Now it's spinning loose. It has the same scroll wheel on the side, forward and back buttons, nice, beautifully ergonomic design, which I've gotten used to over time. But the biggest thing about this version in particular is that silent click. And it's the same price. So you get the silent click without being, you know, too expensive or overblown in price-wise. I'm a big fan of this mouse. I personally use this for work all day now that I replace it. If you want to see why I replace it, you can watch a video on it. But it overall sounds and looks fantastic, and cannot recommend this mouse enough. It's great for work, great for productivity, for videos with the side scrolling, Excel sheets, like I do reports all day, so it's perfect for that. Any office workers, if you don't have a nice mouse and you've been using the one they gave you that's like $5 to make, you are missing out. Switch it up now. Spend some money on yourself. You do this for a living. Switch it up. This is a PSA. Please take care of yourself. All right, next up on our list here is a cable from Silkland. Now this is a DisplayPort 2.1 cable. This is 80 gigabytes of transfer speed, 8K, 16K, high refresh rate cable. This is what you need if you have a high refresh rate monitor and a nice graphics card that can handle all this horsepower. Yes, you do need this cable. They make them at an actual reasonable price. You know, anywhere from your standard 6 feet up to your 30 feet cable. They make them affordable, they're nice, they're threaded. Let's just open it up and take a look. Now, overall with these cables, they're nice, they're threaded, they have a metal casing, they're really well made, they have very nice connectors at the end. Mine was sent in the 10-foot length, so this is actually perfect for my setup because, you know, my monitors do need this high refresh cable. They make everything from USB-C to USB-C to DisplayPort, HDMI, you name it. They make all sorts of cables in all sorts of different lengths and some different styles. But overall, you're gonna get the same quality with each one you get. And especially with this one, I can't complain about the quality at all. They're really well made. They're gonna look great in this setup no matter what, and you're not gonna be worried about them getting damaged because they are protected overall. One major thing I can see these being used for especially is the bit rate at which your color comes through your monitor. So my monitor over here supports a 10-bit connection with color, and most cables only support up to 8, so I had to upgrade in order to get the 10-bit color rate, and that actually makes a big difference when you're editing videos, playing games, have HDR enabled. A cable like this is needed, so if you need to look somewhere, Silkland's definitely the way to go. Here's a list of them all, that the cables they support and actually make stuff for, but I'll drop links in the description for all this stuff. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching Lucky Strike Tech. If you liked what you saw, like the video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Everything you saw here will be linked in the description down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.